I just been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, 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 hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something, hey, boy, you said something, boy, hey, you so crazy.
Unmute me.
What's up? Got one more on there.
Yes, sir. Let's hit that other button too.
Turn my headphones down.
Turn my music up. Yes, sir. Hey. Another show. Well, we back at it.
Hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in again. We back with another show. Got a special guest in the building.
No doubt, no doubt.
The barbershop.
Well, listen, let's go and pick these shot glasses up before we go any further.
And then we're going to get into it.
Let's question the show. Let's get to it.
Thank you for joining us.
Another show.
Welcome to the couch.
Clean, 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 clean. Let's get to it.
I mean, y'all at home ought to be raising your glass.
Where your glasses?
Whoa. It shot both of faces. Let's see. Okay, neither one. She got to chase them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we got in the building today.
We got Breigh. Childress, right?
Welcome.
Childress. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Sponsored by Ciroc.
Oh yeah, before we get started, this episode is sponsored by Ciroc. Not really, but it should be. But getting into
Come holler at us. Listen, who we got on the show?
So, Breigh Childress, welcome to the couch. Won't we start off? Tell us a little about who you are, where you're from, and then we gonna dive into your story a little bit.
Well, Breigh Childress, obviously, like you said, Lexington, North Carolina.
Oh,
Lex Vegas.
Yeah, Lex Vegas. I hang out in Winston though, so
okay.
I mean, people get confused where I'm actually from, but
no doubt
from Lexington. I'm in property management, so I do rent, lease apartments and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. I get to see a lot of different people.
All right.
Okay, no doubt.
Well, it's a reason first of all, I want to say thank you for being the brave soul that you are.
For sure.
Living in your truth and coming out and willing to speak about it. Because, I know there's probably some folks who either struggle with it or not sure how they can adapt to their environment.
And people who disagree with you.
And then now it's going to be educational too. Hope this stands as an opportunity to be educational because a lot of terms get floated out there that's what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. I know previously we had an episode with the LGBTQIA community. I can't keep up with all of that.
Keep up anymore.
Yeah, so but we did have an episode and we learned a lot of that episode with the ladies that came on, which was awesome. So I guess starting off, where do we begin?
Right.
What was your name before?
Yes.
That's what we need to start with. What was your name? What was the name your parents gave you?
Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown.
Oh wow! So the last name is not even the same either.
No.
I did not know
Is
that.
it officially changed or
I
just
switched it up. Nothing's officially changed.
Okay.
But that's what you go by, Breigh Childress.
Breigh Childress.
I did not know.
Where did that name come from?
It just we're from Lexington, Childress and Childress Vineyard, stuff like that. It's just really
Childress
easy
Vineyard,
to pinpoint everything to Lexington. So when you see Breigh Childress, you're just like, okay, Lexington.
Y'all ever heard of Childress Vineyards?
I know about the Childress Racing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is there too, right?
Yeah.
That ain't what we talking about though. Children.
It's the same. It's the same.
He get no credit. Get no credit.
So let's just get into it. You are a transgender female.
Pre-op, male to female pre-op.
When you say pre-op, that means you hadn't had any surgical.
No surgeries. No
surgeries. Okay.
Yeah.
But you plan on doing that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a lot to explain.
So transgender female pre-op.
Pre-op.
I ain't never heard of that either. Good, great.
So there's pre and post-op. Pre-op is.
Now I understand it, but I just
right.
yeah, I understand it, but I didn't know this with
There's I guess when you are presenting yourself to someone and you're like, "Hi, I'm pre-op trans" or whatever the case may be, then you want to let them know you haven't had any surgery.
Do you say that?
I normally just say trans, and then it comes along.
Okay.
With
all right.
So does the word tranny?
Is that offensive?
Is that offensive?
It doesn't offend me, but I know it offends some.
Okay.
So what is the correct term that you're supposed to use?
I say trans woman. That's what I say, trans woman.
And then the female is trans man. If they
but I'm not really big on pronouns and stuff like that either. So yeah.
So let me ask you a question. When did you realize, at what age, or where did you sort of come into
How
where
did it
you?
happen?
That is like so. Everybody always asks me that.
Yeah.
Like, when did you realize? And for me, it's like I remember being in kindergarten. Okay, like
Really?
I'm 5 years old.
5 years old.
In
Yeah.
kindergarten, and I remember my kindergarten teacher, Miss Ducina. She had this dress, and this is the best way I can explain it. And like, you know, some people might look at that dress like a normal, like, straight male would look at that dress and be like, oh my God, she looks amazing in it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I was like, that's so pretty. I want to wear that dress. And so at that point, I was like, oh.
You say kindergarten?
Kindergarten.
Wow.
I remember it was a black dress. It had fireworks on it. It was crazy. I mean.
So you wanted to wear the dress?
I wanted to wear the dress. I wanted to be all about the dress.
The little boys want to get up under the dress.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
The dress.
So,
Right.
but I mean, so like after that, did you start experimenting wearing like women's clothes or dresses and things?
Did you
of
wear
that
your
nature?
mom's heels?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anytime I could like sneak around or whatever. I remember, and that's another thing, my grandparents raised me. So they're like,
Okay.
that Bible Belt, like I was raised in Free Will
Chad,
Baptist Church.
excuse me. Hey, Chad, it's off. I don't know what that sound is. It's not the what's the name sound. It's something different.
Okay.
I thought it was
It's
the
not.
Clippers. I mean,
No, it's not. It's not the air compressor. It's not. We don't know where the sound comes from. Work through it. Work through
Oh,
it.
but continue.
Yes.
Well, what was that? Where was that?
You about to wear the heels?
Oh yeah.
and all this stuff.
So I remember, you know, when my mom was home, I would lock the door, and I had this Afghan, like this blanket that you put on the back of your
Afghan,
house.
yeah.
And I'd like tie it around me, and I couldn't get her heels because she'd be like, "What are you doing? What the hell are you doing with my heels?" And again, it was my grandmother, so she'd be like, you know, what the hell's really going on here? So I would take medicine bottles and I would like duct tape them to the bottom of my flip flops, and I could only stand in one spot because, you know, it's not sturdy. They're not
you would
heels.
take medicine balls and
Yeah.
so you can create a
a ledge. to like
yeah,
stand on,
okay.
so it like felt like I was in the hills. I know, it was the
I
stupidest
bet you were
thing ever.
busting your iron balls.
Oh yes, 1,000%.
What in
A
the
few times.
That's creative.
It was crazy. I don't even
Falling
know how
all
I
over
even
the
came out
place.
about that at like 7 or 8. Well, at this point, 7 or 8, and I'm just like, wow. So there was a lot of things. I would sneak my mom's makeup and play in it.
Yeah.
She didn't wear a whole lot of makeup, and
Okay.
then somehow all of that became this, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So how did your family feel? Oh, let me ask you this first. When did you come out and say, "Hey, this is me"?
So I really never got a chance to like come out. My family found out through an ex and some friends that I went to church with. It was kind of this thing. I had pissed a few people off.
Okay.
And they were just like, oh, well, did you know this about Brandon? And so they started throwing
wow.
things out. And so originally, the full name that I renamed myself was Brianna Elaine Childress.
Okay.
And so Elaine was just something I felt went with the name. But
It's old, I can tell you that.
it is old. And so
It's old.
it is old.
Elaine.
Elaine. I don't even know where I came
It's
up
like
with that.
Gertrude.
Man.
That's so
You still
well,
got Elaine's out there?
Yeah.
I thought they phased out.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly. So my family, like, that was what the girl's middle name was like Elaine. That's what they made their middle names, was like Elaine. So we had like a few different Elaines in there. So my family found out about it. They saw the Facebook. And my grandmother or mom, she was so irritated. She was like, oh my God, you cannot put that. This is disrespectful. This is not good. Like, you do what you want in your private life, but don't like drag the family name down with it.
Okay.
They felt more embarrassed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And now it's something that I think they respect me as a person.
Sure.
But they don't respect my life choices.
Sure, okay.
So it's
To
just
this day?
To this day.
Yeah.
Are they church going people?
Oh, my
Well,
mom
she
is
said
a
it,
choir
yeah,
director.
She's a choir director?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she'll be like, I can show you in the Bible, and I'm like, okay, listen, I know, I get it. So, you know, yeah, I was raised, like I said, Baptist. So this is like not something that happens every day, especially when you were raised from a baby to now, like in Baptist. And like, I'm still spiritual, very much so.
Right.
I was gonna get into that
Yeah.
about the Bible and stuff, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, for me, it's just like I'm still very much so spiritual, and like I believe in God and heaven and hell and all that good stuff. But
Okay.
you know, when it comes down to it, my family is just, they're old school religion.
Sure.
So
For sure.
you know, it's just like you do this on Sundays, you do this on Wednesday nights, you know, and
Bible
you
study and all
yeah,
that, right.
yeah, you just eat the Bible every day.
So when your parents found out, or your grandparents, okay, what were your parents during this time?
During what time?
Your whole life. You said you was raised by your grandparents.
So my real dad, I never got to meet him. The first time I met him, oh my God, this is like sad, but I'm gonna breeze through it. Like it's
Yeah,
nothing.
that's fine.
It's okay.
The first time I met him, he had passed away, and
Okay.
my real mom, she was in and out. She's finally got her life together now, but back then she was just very flighty.
Okay.
Met my real dad before the funeral started, before anybody got there. Saw him in the casket for the first time, and I was like, okay, had no feelings, left.
Right.
And so my mom, like I said, in and out, but just me and my grandparents for the most part.
So your parents never knew that you had these in the closet. I don't know if in the closet is the right word, but
My real mom would come over at least twice a week, so I would say, she probably had a better idea than anybody. And she always wanted me to know that she supported me. And my real mom to this day, like, she will support me. Like, she knows, she's
really?
fully aware. And she supports me in everything. My grandparents, different story. But
okay, Nate. But okay, before you said you had a boyfriend that kind of outed you, right? So he knew the whole time.
yes.
Of course, that was his boy.
So what did he out you because he didn't like the fact that no one else knew? Was he like embarrassed the fact that he felt like y'all was a secret or?
So that, like I said, there's a lot of ground to cover. But,
well, you don't have to go deep into it. I would just
No. I mean, I don't mind. He was just we were friends, and so he would like sleep over at the house. But then,
So he was a down low guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he was. Oh.
But why did he? Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So through high school, you dated guys. So you never dated women or even tried to date women before, or how's that experience been?
It's really funny because like I've never really had like the chance, the opportunity, and I consider myself like a gold star gay. Like a gold star gay. Like
Explain that one.
Okay, so gold star gay is like you've never done anything with a woman before.
So you never
that's gold star.
Not touch a titty, no nothing.
Oh no, titties. Well, I mean that doesn't count.
That's
Okay, well I'm
No cussings. No kind of sexual intercourse.
Right.
Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing.
You ever touched with a vagina before?
No, oh my god, I have a whole theory on that. But yes, no.
That ain't mine.
Definitely.
Check. Sorry, check.
That's you.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway,
all right.
okay.
So no intercourse, no nothing with a lady.
Hold on.
No.
I need to find out the traumatization between the vagina. What's wrong with the vagina?
I have no. Oh my god.
It's just not your thing.
No. Hey, look. You know what I compare it to?
What's that?
You're not.
Don't say nothing crazy.
That's what you want to say. It's
Don't say nothing crazy.
A Venus flytrap, like the flower.
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel
definitely
like you just, like,
trapped.
touch her. Exactly.
It definitely would trap you.
Yeah. Well, what do you
Trust me.
compare a dick to?
I mean, candy. I don't know. I mean, it just depends.
Oh my god. Well, that is funny.
Okay.
No doubt.
It can be
Whoa.
sweet.
How you know?
Oh,
Never mind.
because I am.
Never
Anyway,
mind. Never matter. Whatever.
so through high school, were you like your dating experience through high school? How was that? Was it openly? Was you like? You went to high school like during the mid 2000s, like 2010.
I graduated in 2013.
Yeah, okay. So 2010 was like sort of your introduction in high school.
Yeah.
So how was it then? Because we all graduated prior to 2010.
Yeah.
Right. So let me first say that like trans in general, like to me, because everybody has a different opinion about it. But trans to me isn't necessarily what you look like. Like just because you switch how you look or whatever,
Sure.
it's literally like how you feel inside.
Mindset.
So exactly. And so for me, being in high school, like relying on my parents and all this good stuff, like I couldn't do this and go to school.
I got you.
But I did
got
what I could.
Yeah.
So I would wear like skinny jeans. I would wear flip flops. I would wear scarves. I still had to shop in the men's section and the boys
I'll
section.
be honest with you. Most men wear
You
it
just changed up your
Exactly.
swag. Yeah, just swag up a little bit.
Right. I had to like do it in my own little way.
Right.
And then once I moved out, that's when I kind of like started experiencing like this, that, and the third. And so, like I said, but dating through high school, I had like there was people that would make fun of me. It was like they would say queer and fat.
Yeah.
Of course.
People can't help themselves.
They can't.
Yeah.
But
And then some of them down low probably like you too.
we found that out.
Yeah. That
Boy, we're gonna get into it.
For sure.
Hey, and to the people that's asking questions right now, we're gonna do a Q&A at the end.
Yeah.
So
Try to keep up with them.
Yeah. Like ask all your questions and I'll put them up at the end.
Because one thing I didn't think, first of all, I want to thank you and I want to thank Chad because if Chad and you and Chad went in your DMs, this would have never happened.
Never happened.
No, I'm serious. No, seriously. I'm not trying to be
Trying to be
funny.
funny.
No, I'm definitely not trying to be funny.
Okay.
So
How did that
I want to say I
happen?
want to thank you because
How did that happen?
You know what?
it's not
Fuck you,
important.
Clarence.
Probably maybe in really well.
Flirty.
No.
So you find Chad attractive?
No.
But do you tell the truth?
Hold on, when did this come about,
I
Chad?
don't know what Jamal
Do you find I'm trying to be funny.
I don't know what Jamal doing. I don't know what Jamal doing.
I just want to know.
Jamal, we're getting off topic.
I think everyone's attractive.
Okay, you like okay.
So you included in that. You know that right now, right? Oh no, don't choke now.
Y'all just kind of stole the thunder. That has nothing to do with my thing. I won't even make the point because I can't remember if I actually thanked you and then
you did it begin the show, Clarence. Stop trying to be this guy. Cut your voice off.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just want to thank the man.
No, I'm about to fucking mute him in the minute. You just don't know it. Yes, I asked her to come on the show.
Okay,
of course.
I said that. That's what I said. So that's
I know you said, oh, you in the DMs, you doing this, you doing.
So
stop it.
I do know how it happened.
Tell the truth.
I sent
you got
out
screenshots. What is it?
No, it wasn't. There was nothing. I mean, there was nothing to screenshot.
No.
I think I had. I made an OnlyFans.
He was on your OnlyFans?
No.
Hey, bull first subscriber. He's a first subscriber. It's okay.
Absolutely not.
And I sent it out to like people that I
On your friends list?
Let me tell you when I knew that she was transgender.
Don't cut her off.
Oh, tell me how you knew, because I need to.
Because you put up a before and after picture.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was a 10-year challenge.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Y'all
what I knew.
friends before or after this?
Before.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so your dating experience too. I'm sorry, I took us off the boat. I want to make sure I give his flowers while he's here.
Your lilies,
You a
your
bitch ass
roses.
dude right now.
So let me ask you a question. So in the dating scene, when you're dating, what does that really look like? So let me ask you, are you going to like gay only clubs? Do you go to heterosexual club? Like how? Like and then if you're like,
What's your social life?
Yeah, the social life. But not only that, like kind of dive into like how does the conversation work? Like if you find out if a guy is interested or not,
Or
and
straight male
are you
too.
how transparent?
All this stuff, right?
How transparent? are you?
Okay, so when you meet a guy, say if a guy messages you on Facebook,
Okay.
are you upfront right off the bat?
Well, on
hey,
Facebook,
look,
they gotta know.
I'm trans.
I mean, I like chit chat, and then at some point when I realize that they're like trying to meet up or something like that, I always kind of go about it the same way, and I put the ball back in my court. Like I shrug it off on me, and I'm like, I'm probably not your type, but thank you for being so polite.
Okay.
And they're like, well, why do you not? How do you know my type? What's my type?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, and then I joke about it, and I'm like, well, it's probably not a 6'5", chick with a dick.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. You are a tall female.
Yeah.
I know y'all were probably not expecting that when I came out.
I wouldn't. I thought you were short. From the picture sitting down, I thought you were short. And then when you walk in, I'm like, oh, that's her.
Yeah, because he said, is she? I'm like, no, I think she tall.
I thought she was short.
Right.
And then when I looked up, I said, oh, that's you. Yeah. How you doing up there?
For sure.
And so it's different because like I either get one of two or one of three responses. One is like, oh, I don't care, and of course those are the ones that you're like, you gotta fill it out. Or thank you for being straightforward.
Yeah.
Or of course the ones that are like, well, I guess 4 responses. The ones that are like, hell no, like,
Yeah.
this is.
Of course, now they get defensive.
Yeah, and then the ones are like, oh, that's not me. But then like 5 minutes later,
They're
like,
curious.
But what does this look like?
Yeah,
or do you have any pictures or videos?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, of course.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now, have you ever got to the point where you didn't tell anybody, and then y'all maybe started messing around, and they found out that way?
I have only had that happen to me one time.
And what was his reaction?
Well, before you get to the reaction, why weren't you transparent with him?
So I thought that I was on all of my social media, on all of my dating apps, like especially on dating apps. It says like the very first thing in all caps with all kinds of emojis around it is I'm pre-op trans. Like don't be disrespectful. Be respectful. Or be
You got that in words?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
First, before I even start talking about myself.
I can't read.
Yeah. And
See spot run.
I thought that exactly, and so I thought that like he saw it on the thing. So we decided to like meet up. We were gonna hang out. It was just gonna be a hookup or whatever. Well, he had been drinking. I hadn't, so I went to go pick him up.
Oh, he saw it. He saw it.
Well, this is the thing. So I showed up, and he got in the car, and like we went to the house, and I remember I went to the bathroom, and I said I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. And the weirdest thing he told me, he said I could tell by the way that you peed. Now I sat down. But he was like,
Hold on, wait. No. You just breeze by that shit. Nah, stop.
Well,
okay.
So you
sit down when you urinate?
What bathroom do you go to?
So you sit down while
It depends. It
Okay.
depends. Like sometimes, you know, there's a picture. You have a picture I sent.
You got a picture?
I sent a picture before and
Oh
after.
yeah, okay.
earlier
This
today.
is before. This is what. This is Brandon
Brandon.
before.
Brandon.
Okay. Now I'm that. So what bathroom do you use in public?
Again, it just
Okay.
depends. Like my hair is a lot longer than that now.
Okay.
It's past my natural hair is past my shoulders.
Okay.
So if I have like a full face makeup, I'm like all all
Dolled
dolled
up.
up,
You go
then
into
I'll
the
go
women's.
into the women's bathroom.
Yeah. Okay.
And sometimes I still go into the women's bathroom, just depending on. But
Being not so dolled up. You still
right,
go?
but I get lazy sometimes. Like I'll like, you know, I'm not shaving today. I'm not putting on makeup. I'm just gonna go to work. And so if I do that, then obviously I'll use the appropriate bathroom because I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
You know, I'm not like very, you know,
Why do you sit down when you urinate?
I don't know. It's just comfy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So all the time.
All the time. I mean, unless I'm drunk and like in a field or something.
So you just stand up, put your hand on the wall.
When you
Yeah.
drunk? Where is you drunk at in the field?
On bonfires. And
Oh,
stuff like
okay.
that.
I'm about to
from the
say,
county.
Jesus Christ, what in the world? You drunk in the
No.
field?
Now get back to the guy. You said okay. Y'all got into it.
So we got back to and got back to my house, and obviously I was in the master. So I went to the bathroom, and he said I could tell by the way that you peed. And I was
Well, it
like,
was loud.
I said that he
Like
said
a hose.
No, he got detailed. He said the stream, and I was like, okay, whatever. At this point, I'm
And he
freaked out.
drunk.
And he was drunk, and he
Okay.
swore he didn't know. He apologized, but that was the most awkward 20-minute drive to take him back home.
I bet.
Because we obviously didn't do anything.
Right.
So.
Okay.
But he wasn't disrespectful. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, you know. That can be dangerous, though. Because
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if that happened to me, I'd probably put my hands on them.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
For what?
But if you
Yeah,
didn't come out,
if it was on their profile and you chose not to,
well,
do
yeah,
that,
that's
That's what I'm
true.
gonna say.
But what you
All
put
the
your hands
signs are
on?
up.
I mean,
But
All
what I'm
signs
saying
are-
is, if I didn't know
and they tried to play it off.
and they try to play it
Yeah.
off, yeah, like people get killed over shit.
yeah,
like
they
that.
do. And I
A lot of
know.
times I think they get a bad rep for that because I think everybody feel like they trying to trick me to give me the situation and then
I think
stuff
transparent
happens.
is key.
Yeah.
Transparency is key. Anytime you because at the end of the day, some gonna be with it, some not. So what? And you just gotta move on from it.
I don't have, and I'm serious. Like as far as I'm on every dating app, there possibly.
Are you
could
still
be-
attracted to females?
No. Like
Have you
attract like
ever been?
sexually?
No, just attracted to females. Period. Not sexually.
Like
just
can I look at one and just say,
she's
oh,
beautiful.
oh yeah,
all that stuff.
1000%. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think if anybody honest with themselves, like you can see with some.
So you will see a dude and say, "Oh,
Right, he's attracted.
No, I'm not
He has-
attracted.
You just said
No.
everybody's honest.
Let me just say this
live.
live, and I'm saying this honest.
Okay.
I'm not attracted to men whatsoever. But also you can tell when you see somebody that's like put together versus somebody who's
What's
run
put
down.
together mean?
You know what I
What you
mean?
talking about, a man?
Clean cut, they put together. They
So he's handsome to you? I'm asking
no,
questions.
no, dude, but they put together.
It's
What
like
does
the
that
same-
mean,
it's like,
Clarence?
like your kid.
Bree, do you have a boyfriend right now?
Do I have?
I've been
a
married.
boyfriend?
Yeah.
I've been married 16 years. I've been married 16 years. So that's pointless.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I was just having married 16 years, so it didn't matter.
Hey, them the down low brothers right there.
Okay.
Hey,
We'll
there's
say
a lot.
something.
There's a lot of
Well, might
dumb
say-
people in this.
So have you ran across married men?
Oh, what?
I'm sure.
90% of the men that reach out to
Yeah, I'm sure.
90%
Are married
are
I'm sure.
and know that you are male.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Or transgender.
We had a guest on before who had OnlyFans, and he said 90% of his audience is men.
Yep.
Yeah,
Still
that's,
ain't
that's
transgender,
true. Yeah, but he ain't transgender.
No, it didn't matter. It's just the fact that men enjoyed looking at, the men was
But some of those
interested
men
in another
probably
man.
are possibly gay though. More than likely, right?
I mean, people have so many crazy fetishes.
Yep.
I would say crazy fetish. It's a fetish.
It's
crazy.
It
It'd
is.
be
It's like a
crazy to me.
fetish and
It is.
it's taboo, and that's like what I run into a lot. Is like, and that's and to like tone it down a little bit. Like when trans people, like I feel for them, but especially the ones who aren't as passable. There are people who aren't as passable.
Yeah.
And I feel for them because a lot of times. On these sites and stuff, they get like I get men who reach out to me.
Okay.
They're like, "You're beautiful. Like I don't mind. I don't care." And then they literally, wine and dine you up until the point of bedroom activity, and then they're gone.
Wow.
So it's like
It get real, I guess.
Right. And so, and it's crazy. And like being trans and already going through that in your mind. You're already struggling with like people accepting you and stuff like that. I had a great support group from my friends, like everybody that I went to school with. There, like I said, there was a few people that picked on me.
Sure.
But since then, we have,
So have you ever had people at your high school or whatnot that has picked on you before and then end up in your DM?
Absolutely.
Or in your bedroom?
Oh, absolutely.
I just said I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
It be the main. It probably be the main ones.
Yeah.
That be the front.
And if you're watching, it's fine.
Yeah. If you drop a name or two on boy, you said something wrong.
Yeah, we don't act you like that.
I've only done it to one. There was one guy, because I used to tell him, when you're going through this, like, because people are like, oh my God, you're such a whore, like you're sleeping around, you're doing all this good stuff, and I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm trying to find myself and what my type is and all this good stuff. And so
you sleep around?
I used
at the time.
to.
Oh, okay.
I used to.
Okay.
And so I would tell him up front. I'd be like, listen, you don't start no drama, don't start no shit, there won't be no shit.
Right.
I was like, your secret's safe with me, but if you see me out in public, I don't care if you don't speak to me, but don't disrespect me.
Right, no doubt.
Okay.
And, there was this,
So have you ever outed someone because of that?
yes, there was this
Well, you look like you might choke
Okay,
somebody.
give
You look like you might choke him.
People don't know you are 6'5".
Yeah, right.
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it.
I'm actually 6'4" and a half.
Yeah.
You got a slight heel on you.
Now you got your nails popping. I see your nails popping. But you like you a choker man too.
But no, like with that guy, like we had reached out and we had been chatting back and forth, and he told me that he wanted to get me pregnant, and I was like, I can't do that. We've been talking.
Well,
for 2
that's
days.
impossible.
Right, that's exactly what I said. I was like, if you get me pregnant, we're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah,
And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, let me tell you. And his response, I swear to God, I should have like had the text ready because I would love to. Anyways, but his response was, but I bet you're so good to go. And I was like,
hold on. Say what?
Hey, you heard what she said, man. Let's move on.
No. We ain't gonna just run over this shit either. He said what?
He said, his exact words, but I bet you suck good dick though. And I was like,
Jesus
at that
Christ.
point, I was a hoe trying to find myself, and I was like, yeah. And so we met, and then he saw me out in public a couple weeks later, and he was completely rude. Him and his
Saying what?
saying things like, I think he told me to get out of the way, queer. Or no, tranny queer. That's what he said.
So out of the blue, just because he saw you, he felt like he needed to disrespect you.
He
Really?
did.
That's the guilt. That's the guilty
It was
side
his
of it.
pride.
Yeah, of course it was.
And so I stopped.
Instead of just ignoring you.
Yeah, I stopped and I looked at him and I said, you just fucked up.
Yeah.
And then he bucked up at me and he
You
left.
hit him in the mouth, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I walked the other way, but that night when I got home, I like blasted those texts and the pictures. And he had like
Lord.
very specific tattoos.
So you know it was him.
Ain't no denying.
Exactly. And then he tried to say that it wasn't him and that he didn't know that I wasn't. And I was like, how did you not know? I was like, actually, I can prove that you did know because
Yeah,
I
video?
told him.
Oh, man.
I told him, I was like, I have a penis, and he said, I don't care as long as you're sucking my dick. And so I posted that text out for
Jesus
everybody
Christ.
to see. But that was the only time, and that was just because he was rude. Now, there's plenty of others that I would never say anything about because they've been respectful. They are respectful.
Sure. Okay.
And so I would never say anything
course,
to him. But,
of course.
he was the one.
Now we had on the previous show. Did you seen the Bedroom Candy episode with Renee and everything? She brought up the point of milking the prostate and all this other stuff. Is that a true thing?
It is a true thing.
What is it?
Men ask me for that all the time, but I'm like, listen.
Milking the prostate?
Yeah.
She will explain. Because Renee talked about it because she's a female. I want to hear from you. So that is a real thing.
It is a real thing. That's how
You had the ultimate orgasm supposedly as a male.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, being my bedroom spot, that's how it happens. But, like I said, it's just
Hold on. What goes on? What is milking?
your prostate's in your
Well, I know
It's in your
that.
anus.
How did you milk it?
well, you milk it, not me, because I tell them
We
when they
can
ask
skip.
that, I'm
We can skip this part.
my nails, like, no, I'm not
Okay.
doing that.
So if you didn't have nails,
you go in, you curve your fingers, and you just like massage.
So my next question is,
It's kind of like you would do to,
A female.
yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
you do it to a male in his.
Yeah.
we get on the next question.
You feel a little uncomfortable?
He's going to try it.
I got a little uncomfortable.
What'd you say? You gonna go home and try?
I can assure you that one ain't gonna happen.
He gonna go home and say, Jessica, hey, milk my prostate.
I can assure you. Hey.
Well,
Next thing you know, tomorrow y'all gonna be like,
I got two questions for you. First one, do you feel like if a female does it to
Jump on
a
just.
heterosexual male, is that considered homosexual?
If what?
A heterosexual male has it done to like a female does it to them, Is that homosexual?
It's just a sexual act.
Yeah, I think it's just a sexual act.
Yeah, it's just a sexual act.
Okay.
So.
Now, does two transgender people deal with each other?
There is so much stuff these days.
Okay.
Then probably yes, I would assume.
Okay.
There is a few people that I know of that do that. There's actually married, like female and was once male.
So they both switch and deal with each other?
No,
Okay.
the female is still a female, but she is married to her husband wife.
That's a transgender?
That's a transgender. It's the
So,
funniest
so
thing.
what's your
Okay.
Yeah.
what is your preference? Is it like you looking for a man's man, or you looking for
1000%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like
that's
man to man.
Like, does he have to be 6'5" like you?
No.
Would you date somebody shorter?
I have. I
That's
dated like this
weird.
little like leprechaun looking guy.
And you like that?
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
no, I didn't really like it.
Okay. I
Would you prefer black, white,
Yeah,
Asian?
what's your nationality?
I'm mixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
black and white or
Black and white. Yeah.
Black and white. Okay.
Yeah.
So you black. So you
Yeah,
black.
you like me.
Okay.
You black.
But I mean,
I
like,
had a joke. I won't keep going.
Now go.
No, I'm good.
No.
Dad probably one I want to keep to myself.
I want to hear this fucking joke.
It's okay.
No, I want to hear this fucking
think I'm
joke.
gonna keep this one.
Nah, hey, Breigh, don't say another word. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute everybody mic until you say this fucking joke.
I just say, okay, you and Chad, brothers and sisters. That ain't the joke, but that's just the best I can come up with at the point.
oh my god. You were asking about my type.
Yeah, I was asking about your type.
I think you'll find this odd. So I was raised in the county, so I was around a bunch of country,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
white
Cowboy
boots.
looking.
So you
Big
want a big
truck,
country
want a
big
white
country.
guy.
Yes, mullet daddies. Oh god, it's for me.
Okay,
Mullet daddy?
So he had the mother with the big shades on.
Yes,
That's
like
running the farm.
Cypher shades. Yes. Oh my god, come and smell like cow shit. I don't care. Like, whatever.
Dude, is there a lot of I've been to a gay club before.
I have two by accident.
I can't remember if it was an
I have
accident or
never.
not, but I have
But
been to
whatever.
one. But are there a lot of gay clubs around here now? Like in your community, do you have a lot of options? Is there a lot of places to visit freely? And
I don't really like going to gay clubs.
oh, really? Okay.
And that's another thing I was going to say. Like, for me, the community, the LGBT community,
Yeah.
I support them. I back them. I love them. I know that it's...
Oh, they powerful.
Y'all the
they
most
are.
protected people on the planet.
Yeah, they
I've said it
Exactly,
before.
exactly. And I love them, but I don't associate with the community a lot because there is a lot of drama in the community.
I can
and
see
I
that.
do
Okay.
not do the
Yeah.
drama. Yeah, no.
But what about clubs? Is it a lot of
Chemistry. That's it around here.
Oh,
So you go to a regular old club.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go to, like tonight, I'll go to a bar.
Let me ask you a question. So you at the bar, regular bar, it's a heterosexual bar, supposedly, whatever. It's not classified as a gay club, is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But you're there, you start, a guy approach you, having a conversation. And I know we kind of gazed over this a little bit,
Yeah, at
but
what
like,
point?
are you transparent right then at some point during that conversation?
Me looking at you, I would know.
Right.
I would know.
But was
Well,
your
I'm
beer
a- I'm
goggles
assuming
on?
because-
Was your drunk goggles on though.
Are you saying I
Hell
only
yeah.
look good with beer goggles on?
Beer goggles.
I was,
That's when you're drunk.
well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Drunk.
That ain't what she said.
Stop.
That ain't what she said.
say?
She said, so you think I would look good with the big goggles on?
Yeah, that wasn't exactly what he said. But it's okay.
I skipped over there.
I would say that, but anytime you see a tall female, sometimes I think it crosses my mind like, man,
Is that a man?
yeah, because
Yeah.
but like females can't be tall, but it's just.
Right.
It's
But
different.
but anyway, my question
different.
is, if you're having a conversation and y'all kind of vibing or whatever, are you transparent like at that time, or is it like a later conversation? Or how does it?
How far you let it go?
I mean, I'll chat with them. I mean, again, I'll
course.
just shoot it like it is. Normally, they'll be the ones to like ask.
Really?
And that they'll straight up say I know, or they won't ask. They'll confirm that they know. So it's
Okay.
more of a,
Okay.
and I know it's like hey, I think you're really attractive. Like I'd like to give you my number, and I know your situation. You don't have to worry because
Oh,
they know
really?
how we.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then
Like
talk about
the
that.
world has really in all honesty, the world has really evolved into that.
That's what I said. That's been my argument
Yeah.
before.
It's become normal.
It has.
For
sure.
It has.
Which is also good because I remember like back in the 90s and or early 2000s, it seemed like
It was a no.
well, not only that, but it seemed
Or you
like,
was in the closet.
It was like
For sure.
Well, because it was like almost for your protection because there was a lot of trans men and women.
It still is to this day, though, honestly.
Now I'm sure it still happens at times. I'm
There's
saying,
a lot
it
of
seemed like it was
that.
real prevalent then because either people were either ashamed, they were scared, or they didn't want to be out. Whatever the case may be, but it it was almost like a lot of violence.
You have a risk in your life.
You know, and it don't seem like it is as, which is good. Like nobody should be losing their life for being attacked for living their truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not with it, you're not with it. Move on.
And the guy, and like guys know, like they know that. Like a lot of guys, there's a lot more people. Like when I go out and I get approached, I can tell that they even may not be interested, but they want to let me know that they see me and they respect me for who that I am.
Cool.
So no matter who they're with or what the deal is, you know, I've had people come up to me and just say, you know, I just want you to know, like, you're so pretty, or, you know, I love you. But like I have literally had them come up and say I love you, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know you, but thanks.
Have there been any women?
Oh yeah,
I bet you women do it all the time.
They're like, "Can you do my makeup?
Yeah,
Can you do my nails?"
No. They hit on you.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, I would not know how to handle that. I don't know.
So that has never happened.
A woman to hit on me?
Yeah.
Not that I knew. No, unless she was hitting on me nonchalantly and I didn't know about it. No.
Oh, okay.
So no lesbian has come to you and said anything.
Or what they call a bull dyke.
But what?
Bull dagger.
Okay.
But why would they want to, knowing that you are trans?
I mean, we try to figure it out. Like sometimes like that, right?
Yeah. Correct? So there's a specific person that comes to mind.
Go on, tell her name.
More so recent.
Don't say the name.
And I love her, and she is definitely like a bull dyke or whatever you would say.
Right.
She had been around me.
Stud, that correct term?
Yeah, stud. Yeah.
We ain't trying to offend nobody.
So she had been around me when my hair was pulled up. You know, I might not have shaved for a couple of days. You know, she had been around me
Shave
like that.
What? Your
like
face?
My face. Or
sorry.
Okay.
And so then one time, I can't remember when it was, but we had a.
What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, just kidding.
You know he laughing at you.
I hate stupid people. I hate stupid people.
I'm trying to hold it in.
Continue.
But anyway,
I've been drinking a little bit. I'm sorry.
So she had been around me like that, and so I can't remember what the occasion was, but I got dressed up and I looked really good, and I went over there, and she was like beside me every time I moved my chair. She would like come beside me, and like it freaked me out. It freaked me out. It did, but you know, I don't know that she was hitting on me. She's married, so I don't think that she was. But I mean, that alone freaked me out.
Gotta be the worst one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's tough.
That's tough right there, Chief. Tough right there. Well, you said we had some questions. We had some questions.
Well, we got one so far, but they keep going in and out, so I don't know if more people are asking them or what.
Okay. Well, let's hit the one real quick.
I think this is from Crystal.
You think? Or you can't read the name?
Yeah. I can
See
see
spot
that.
one.
Put your finger on the chair.
Yeah. Sound it out.
Today, Junior.
Chris.
This is from Crystal Daniels. At what age did you have your first homosexual encounter?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So
tough.
I think that I hope my family's not watching. I think it was like 13.
So why you say you hope your family's watching? It wasn't a family member, was it?
Huh?
It was a family member?
I said that what?
No, that you had the sexual encounter with.
Oh no.
Okay, you said I hope my family.
I said I hope
you
my
were just saying
family's
because you were so young.
Right.
Yeah. Because I was so young.
Okay.
All right, this is a question for me. What's your craziest sexual experience?
My craziest sexual experience.
Oh boy.
Like anything out of the ordinary?
I didn't put me no drink. No Sprite.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
Just anything that comes to mind that's like, oh shit, I can't believe he did that.
I don't know. I've had a guy at a bar before. He came between me and another guy to the right, and he.
Bring a Sprite on your way.
What are you doing?
We had,
You gotta get Sprite.
We had.
It's one open. It's one
there
open.
was some finagling.
Hold on.
I need some ice.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry, man.
I need some ice.
We sitting here shooting the show.
Hey, I'm sorry.
And he
man.
just gets the fuck up and leave.
I'm sorry. I needed a drink.
I don't even know that I had a crazy sexual experience.
But go ahead. What did you just say?
So the guy that was in the bar, he came up and he was obviously like turned on.
Okay.
And so he came in between me and the person sat beside me and was kind of like, there was finagling going on, but I guess that's like the craziest.
Finagling?
Yeah.
What's finagling?
Y'all just
Just like touching and and stuff like that.
He ain't ever finagled nobody.
I mean, I've done it.
Finagle the bagel? Nah.
I mean, other than like losing, like where my, okay, so I'm like, I lost my virginity at the lake. they had at City Lake in Lexington. There used to be
I know, right?
The Chase have a leak.
There used to be bathrooms by the lake, like a bathhouse.
I ain't gonna take too many more of these fucking jokes.
It's not a joke. It was not a joke.
Did you used to go to the lake?
He used to have a
You
lake.
used to go to the lake?
Hell no, I ain't never been to no goddamn lake.
Now the boy been saying all these other episodes how much he had a lake at his house. That boy been saying the Smith Lake, he done had a lake, now he ain't got no lake.
Not one time has Chad said he had a lake anywhere. Hey, you ain't got no lake in the project. Hey, it's bricks out there, motherfucker.
It's a pond.
He said he had Smith Lake or something.
Continue.
Anyway, now so
Hey, I'm being bullied on the show right now. I don't appreciate it.
Bullet.
Yeah, I'm being bullied.
Okay, Jay, say space.
Go down.
Continue.
All right, go ahead.
You was like,
But no, like, I mean, that was it. It was at the,
So it happened
at
at
the
the lake.
bathrooms at the lake. That's when I.
so afterwards, you feel like, okay, this is really what I want to be and do.
I kind of always knew like that's what I wanted to be and do, but after the first encounter, I was definitely like, okay, I want a second, and then a third, and then a fourth, and then
Was the same person, or just want to try different?
just different things.
Was there ever a point where you said, I don't want to do this anymore?
Never,
So you are.
never.
Never at all.
Never, like, are you talking about, like, sexually with them?
No.
Or to be trans?
Yeah.
No, never.
So you never wanted to go back. So you know what? I just want to start over and just be.
Like, I'm going to go back
I
to
was
Brandon.
born.
You cannot. So, I don't think that you ever make a choice. I don't remember ever making a choice.
You feel like you're born this way?
Yeah, for sure. Because...
You really believe you was born this way?
Well, if I asked
And
you to
then
wake
believe
up,
in God
If
at
I
the
asked
same
you to
time.
wake up tomorrow and like men, could you do it?
Nah, I couldn't.
Hold on. You said ask him or you or
Any of you. If I asked you.
ask him. If you ask him,
If I
you ask him
said-
directly. You ask him directly.
No, any heterosexual man, anybody in this room.
Okay.
That's not for me, y'all three.
Okay.
If I asked you to go home, go to sleep tonight, wake up, and you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be gay, could you do it?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
I would not.
So
I
it's
love
not-
some vagina.
It can't not.
Any kind. No.
It cannot. It cannot.
He said vagina.
Harry, no hair.
Did you get her face though when she said, I know. Blasphemy of you. She said,
I can't.
So and let's be
Vagina is so wet.
Ugh.
Oh my God! If
And
you
warm.
don't do the M
Don't throw
word.
up.
The M word.
What's the N word?
You know what the M word is. Everybody knows what the M word is.
I know the word. Which one we talking about?
Moist. Ooh, I hate that word.
Oh, it's the M word.
Oh, the M word.
M. I thought you E. That's
No,
what I thought.
no.
I thought you were about nigga. I was like, don't say that shit now.
You better jump in your ass.
Well, she black, so it don't matter. She black, it don't matter. She black, so it don't matter anyway.
No, a good question here.
No, the M word. I don't like the moist word.
Okay, so
I don't
you
like
stupid.
I gotta give me another drink.
Yeah, he do.
Hey, man, put me a shot.
What is the correct term? Do you prefer her, him? What is your?
I love that question because I get it every day.
Okay.
And they come in and they say, "What are your pronouns?" And I was like, and I will literally
Yes,
say,
what are your
he,
pronouns?
she, it, bitch. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
like, I don't care.
Because I guess some guys in your community prefer a certain.
just
one,
not- just
and
not
don't say
male.
nothing different.
No, he, she.
No,
it
it didn't matter.
Oh, so he too. So
You don't want him to say.
I mean, if that's what you feel comfortable, because again, I was raised around my grandparents, and like they still refer to me as that, so it doesn't like trigger me to hear
Sure.
that. So if someone feels like
Do you know a Chloe Mueller?
a Chloe Mueller?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Okay.
like a really good friend of mine.
Her question is, let me get
Can I ask you a question before we jump to her question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like your everyday, when you dress up in, I guess is proper. You dress up in trans. When you dress up as a trans woman, is this more like recreational, or is this like every day?
This is my life.
This every day? Like when I go to work,
It's not always to this extent.
No, I mean just like
But-
it could be hair.
No, like the clothes, the nails.
Yeah.
The sometimes I'll just do like a base face of makeup.
I was say you can't just pop nails on and all. You
No,
know.
well,
Right.
I mean, it
You
depends.
put nails on. You got to put everything on. Right?
Okay, so Chloe said this.
Hold on, man. Let me finish.
And you skip.
Oh, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
You thought you were done.
But no, so like it just depends. It just
Okay.
depends on to what level, I feel like you're
Sure.
ready to do that more.
But sometimes it may not. No
Right,
big.
right.
Okay, cool. All right. I gotta
All right.
salute you for living in your truth. I mean,
Hey, man, shut the fuck up.
Keep on, she gonna release them DM messages. I won't mess around, get my hands on.
Hey, I'll screenshot them and send them to you, big dog.
I want hers.
Hey, well, she can send them to you.
I don't want the edited version.
Either way, Chad, go. We got time.
Is your family more accepting of your transition now?
My family is more.
That's what.
Can you eat at the dinner table and full trans woman as a trans woman?
Like,
Oh God, no. My mom would be like.
So you had to come as you were
into your
born,
room and
correct?
Do something about it, huh?
You had to come to the dinner table as you were born.
Yeah.
Not like.
Are you serious?
So they not
Now-
fully
Even although they know.
But keep in mind that
Okay.
if I'm at home, I'm not going to get up and do this to just sit around at home.
So at home, you're just.
I'll put on leggings. I'll put on like a t-shirt. My nails, obviously, you can't pop them off.
But no hair.
No hair. Well, my natural hair is like down here, but yeah, like I won't do it.
So as long as you got nails on,
I wish you would have came in natural hair so we could see that too.
Oh, God.
Do you have a lace front on right now?
Huh?
Lace front.
Yeah.
Boom.
Hey, Katrina's on here. Katrina, she got a lace front. You need the lace front?
We got somebody in Reedfield to do it.
We got somebody.
I got somebody.
Sure.
I ordered mine online.
Hey, we got somebody better.
No, we got some.
So right now,
we got somebody.
all weed?
Listen, I am not traveling for an.
So is that all wig plus your real hair, or is that just all wig right
Katrina
now?
dope.
This is all wig right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Katrina. We gotta get you on the show.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and Katrina's watching because she's coming.
Okay.
And she's saying, "Oh my God, that wig."
No. Hey, Katrina.
That's a
let me
special.
ask Katrina, what do you think about this wig right there?
Katrina, please
That's what I want to know.
Cause Trent, she specializes in that shit. Every day she on there on the IG.
So
Is her
She
lace
doing her
front? Is she suited and booted or not?
She is gonna be like it.
Shout out to Katrina though. Reedfield. We gotta get you on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as the family goes, to answer the question, no, like they're again, it's one of those things that it's kind of like the don't ask, don't tell thing. It's just something that they know. They're not really,
Katrina said, "I
accepting
got you."
I told you.
Okay.
So you come. They're not fully acceptable.
They're not.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say
Does that
they're not
bother
even
you?
halfway there.
Does it bother you?
No, not at all. Because
Any
they can't
siblings?
change it.
You have any siblings?
I have two brothers. One's estranged, and then one we all got adopted out.
Okay.
So one was
wow.
adopted within our family. My
Okay.
grandparents adopted me, and then my grandmother's brother adopted my grandmother's brother.
Do y'all speak?
Yeah.
Well, how does he feel?
He's now. I have to say he's always been very accepting about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got a personal question.
Okay.
I know you talked about you met your father at the funeral.
Yeah. So
While he was dead, though, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you really didn't meet
First
him.
and last. It was the first and last at the same time.
So
and I didn't even want to meet the family, so I
Right.
showed up before. I was there before the hearse brought him in.
sure.
So
Let me ask you a question. And maybe you have never thought about this, but it's obviously an opinion, but do you think your life would have been different, or maybe you would not have been you wouldn't have been interested in wearing
Being a
dresses or
transgender.
being a trans
Have a
woman
male
if
figure.
your father was present in your life
Does that
from
mean
day
make a
one?
difference?
So just because that was my biological father,
Right.
Okay.
and he was not present in my life, but my
you had another
grandparents
man.
had me since birth.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
who my
Like,
father
your
So you always had a
grandfather.
male figure,
yeah, so
right?
I always
Yeah.
had a male figure.
Okay.
He hunted. He was a mechanic for crying out
He was
loud.
a man's man.
He is the most red. he's
But he's a man's man.
he's a man's man for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So you had a male presence in your life.
Yeah.
So
And I
that
love
didn't
my
make a
dad.
difference.
And I'll tell you, he has never said anything to me about my life. So never. My mom, she's very like I said, she's very religious, and she will say things every now and then. But she
Your
again,
mom or your grandma?
That's
Grandmother, mom.
When I say mom, that's
say your grandmother.
my
Okay.
grandmother. When I say
Correct.
dad, that's my grandfather.
Okay.
So, but yeah, my dad, he's never said anything to me about it.
What's so funny, Clarence?
I hadn't said it, Jamal. I'm listening to the lady talk.
The who?
And what were we saying now?
He's saying you're slow.
No, it ain't that. I just want
I
to
saw
correct.
it. I saw it.
Trust me, I know what he's saying. I just want you to see it.
He said that. I ain't said it.
I've been around longer than I know. I just want you to see it.
Clarence like to bully people.
He,
Bully? I haven't said anything.
he felt he better than.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Since he got his little mansion and stuff.
Oh, my
Makes it a
God.
little.
What did I say? What did I call that?
Moving on,
It was
please.
fuck around and find out mode.
Yeah.
Alexa.
On the last show when she commented, that's right.
Oh, okay, no doubt.
Go down in the deep.
Never
Hold on. Let's get this shit out the way.
Leave me alone.
Go ahead,
Leave me
Chad.
alone.
What did I say in your DM?
Stop attacking
asked you to come on the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was it. So
I
let's
think,
move on.
I mean, and again, I think that all I sent originally was a wave because that's how I started my conversations with everybody about my only.
So basically,
A
like,
wave?
hey,
And I think
leave me
he
alone.
sent back a question mark,
Yeah.
and then I sent back the I don't know thing, and then I woke up the next morning.
So y'all send the emojis back and forth.
No, I sent.
Sound like this. Sound like emojis was going back.
What does it say?
Look, I sent her a message. I was like, look, we
At what point did the egg play come out? No mind. Let's
I
move on.
said-
Looking for a joke.
I
No,
sent a
it's
question.
messy.
This is how it went.
Chad, we got out this mess. Move on.
This is how it went. Just
Oh
so
my
people
God.
know.
People don't
Chad,
care.
nobody
Chad.
cares.
I don't think that there's mutual interest at all. I don't think either
So you
one
ain't
of us is
attracted to Chad,
interested.
basically?
I don't know.
Chad,
I mean, no,
I'm
I'm not.
true.
He's attractive.
No, he's
I'm not
ugly.
attracted
Chad's
to
fine.
him.
Look, listen, I'm fine as
No.
fuck. You can say what the fuck you want to say. But I'm not interested in men.
Chad like unicorn.
No,
Don't worry about it.
exactly. Well, you wouldn't be interested in a man.
Absolutely not.
Chad, are you sure?
Positive.
What she
How do I prove that?
have you ever been to
Hey, bring in some bitches.
have you ever been to gay pride?
my God.
God, Chad, that's disrespectful.
Jesus
Don't
Christ,
call
Chad.
ladies that name, man.
I'm just saying.
Have I ever?
You ever been to gay pride?
Yeah, I worked at. We used to work for Palm Beach Tan, and we had a tent there in Winston.
How did it go?
Hold on. You used to work for who?
Palm Beach Tan.
Oh, Palm Beach Tan.
How the whole experience
Was it a
go?
tennis salon?
It was.
Okay.
It's tan.
Well, motherfucker, I ain't know.
So what is tan to you? What do you consider tan to be?
What do you thought? I mean, hold on.
I don't spray tan.
We did that too.
Either way, so how did the experience go?
It was really good. At the time, I was seeing someone who was separated but still married, but is not separated anyways. But anyways,
Okay.
that whole experience was crazy. But
Just the
it
event
was
itself.
fun. It was fun. It wasn't really for me because again, there's a lot of wild, crazy stuff there. Like people dressed up as a literal horse in
What?
a leather suit. Yeah, I have pictures. I have to pull it up. But they were walking around chained together, and they were like clocking around like a horse. Yeah, literally. And I was like, oh wow. You know, people walking around with just like, you know, nipple pasties and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Wow.
Nipple pasties.
I got a
But it's
question.
fun.
So, a while back, I think it was Dwayne Wade's son. He was at Gay Pride with.
Do you know who Dwayne Wade is?
No.
Okay, so Dwayne Wade is a
Former.
former NBA player,
Superstar
superstar for sure.
You know Gabrielle Union?
Oh, is that the
Gabrielle Union? His son is a trans
Yes.
woman.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So
And
you-
they
so you
took
know what
her.
we're talking about.
They took her to the Gay Pride
Okay.
as a
Now listen,
12, 13, or
You was the
10-year-old.
age. What's the age?
listen.
Really?
It was between
He
10 and
came
13.
out. He came out as gay or transgender or whatever. You
No
wanna
one's
say.
transgender. It's gay,
Th-
correct?
This is like 9-10 years old.
He definitely trans.
I don't.
Is it?
I mean, he dressed up as a woman.
As a woman,
Does it make you transgender so you dress?
transgender. Yes.
Well, I know it's
What-
a
It's a
turn
lot
What would
more
you
than
say?
that. It's a lot more.
Okay,
than
that's
that.
all
but,
figured, right? It's not
But
deeper than
you
that,
know,
right?
I think that's kind of where it all starts.
Yeah,
you
if you
know?
dressing up as
I
a
think
woman,
that's
I
kind of
would
how
think
you start expressing
Express-
yourself.
Like, and my question to you is,
Hold on, let me get to my
how
question.
do you
I
know?
had a question to be said
Oh,
first.
my fault.
Go ahead.
Jesus.
Two questions. Go ahead. Where did you go
My
first?
question is, do you feel like that's? How do you feel about a 10 to 13-year-old?
Well, she said kindergarten for her.
I understand that. Yes, but how do you feel? Do you feel like that's okay? Like that's acceptable for a 10 to 13-year-old showing up to Gay Pride as a trans woman? Or do you feel like? I mean, just give me your
Is
thoughts
it
on
too
it.
young to be
Like what-
gender?
I don't think that age like determines like what you want to do or who you are.
Okay.
For example, like, you know, we all kind of knew what we were and weren't interested in when we
Okay.
were 4 or 5. You know, like
Okay.
when we started saying like, "Hey, I want to do that," or "No,
Okay.
I don't want to do that." Like at that point, we knew what we were interested in and what we preferred, if you would.
Okay.
So if someone feels so deeply at that age that they're like, you know, I can't see if they feel more comfortable doing that, I think that in this day and time, yeah, it's totally acceptable.
Okay.
I think they should be able to make their own decisions.
Even at a
I
young
disagree.
age?
Let me tell you why I disagree. At 9, you at kindergarten, right?
She said kindergarten for her.
Hey man, turn that fucking shit off.
He just watching the show. Chad, calm down. Jesus Christ.
We don't do it.
He jumped on
Only
you.
paying attention.
Go ahead, Chad. He jumped on you quick.
This is why I disagree. In kindergarten, or as far as Dwayne Wade's son, he was what, 9, 10 years old?
I think he was
10, 12 years old.
I think he was 10, but I just said 10, 13.
You've never had
elementary school regardless.
You've never had a sexual experience at that age.
Or you shouldn't have.
But
You should.
But
So why? How?
Here we go.
How?
Because
Do you are you transgender at 10?
I'm not
She-
trans because I like it's not sexual. It's what you feel you are. What makes you comfortable, how you want to present yourself, how you want to look. It's not about like a sexual experience. It's not about, hey, I want to do this. I want to sleep with this person. I want to be with this person.
It's about how you feel about
yourself. It's about how you feel about yourself. It's about us, not what we like.
I guess.
So you can be transgender and still like females. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
different.
And it's out there.
Okay.
It is.
So you can be transgender like females or like males.
Yeah, I don't think I ever. Excuse me, I can't think I ever heard that. So
Because to me, it's just so
you can be a trans
lesbian
woman
point,
and like
or no?
females.
I mean, it depends
Like
on
a trans
what
lesbian. I know it sounds funny, but
to what extent? Like I said, again, it just goes back to I know people who are married and was once a heterosexual male, heterosexual woman, and he has since transitioned into a female, and they are still married, and they still
post or what was
post-op.
Post-op?
Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I know a couple.
Okay.
I know a couple that. You're right. I know a couple that's married. He's a man. She's a woman. But he also dresses in drag. That he also.
You ain't never told me about this.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Like Oscar
He also dresses in drag. He also gets his nails done. He also, and he's married to a woman.
Hey, we talking about this after the show. You know that, right?
Yeah. So I don't know, and to be honest, I never had a conversation to ask him.
How'd you find out about it?
I really want to go.
He probably sucked some dick or something.
Everybody, listen.
Everybody what?
No.
I'm gonna say this.
Everybody what?
I'm gonna say this.
say it.
Every one of you are gonna deny it. It's okay.
Everybody what?
But
she said all of us is gonna deny it.
Everybody's gonna deny it.
You wrong right now.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to tell you over here.
I'm gonna go tell you right now.
You're already wrong. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
At some point in your life, you might not have acted on it. You might not have even acknowledged it, and it might have been just a second. But the thought of something
what
has ran through your head.
Something
Hey, show's over. Good night.
What is the something? No, be honest.
Like,
be real.
I think that everybody's had the thought in their head, like, what would that be like?
No, I ain't never had that thought.
Oh, God.
I told y'all were going to deny it. At some point.
I ain't never had that thought.
Listen, even me as a person, like, I've had the thought, like, what would that be like being with a woman? And then I'm like, oh, no.
Well, that right there, I can tell you that. I can tell you.
Hold on.
That's a good
Hey,
thought.
boy, it's warm and gushy.
Oh, my God.
I'm listening.
I can tell you exactly what it's
like. Every male has had that thought of.
No, not every male.
Okay.
Everybody.
Has had the thought
The thought
in
of
their
what?
head of sucking dick.
No, not necessarily sucking dick.
What?
Just maybe just experimenting or something.
Experiment what?
Like dealing with somebody that's the same sex.
The same sex. Yeah.
Oh no, I ain't never had that.
I have not.
So bi-curious.
I have not.
That bi-curious.
I think that I don't know.
Nah, I can honestly ain't never had that thought.
And it could be something as simple and innocent as like, you know what, he looks good today. Like his
So
outfit
that
looks
doesn't
good
make you
today.
gay though, right?
No, I mean, like I said,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Look here,
if you're
I done
saying a male's attractive,
seen
makes you gay,
guys. We be lying. We said like,
he's handsome or something.
no, not handsome, but the Joker got like the Joker workout.
Right.
What does that mean, Clarence?
I mean,
Right, like
you can see it, but nah, I ain't never had no.
Exactly. But see,
You can play the man's role, man's
It's
role.
so-
But at the end of the day, but we done seen guys.
I ain't never seen no fucking nigga that I said, oh, he's together.
No, you know what I mean.
Not one time.
Don't do that. Don't do
Not
that.
one time.
Don't do that.
So what you
Not
saying?
one
Don't
time.
act like a
You
man's
seen a
man.
guy and you
Have you ever seen a man's body that look better than yours?
What, that's more built than mine?
I don't care how you want to put it, Chad, you fat man.
So
Listen, wait.
However you want to put
the
it.
camera on you. This bag of water. You look like a bag of
Is it
water.
on me now? Is it on me now?
Hey,
Is it on me right now?
Take it off.
Boy, I look good.
you in the gym, baby.
I I'm in the gym, baby. Hey, I've been going hard too.
You got him in the gym.
Look. There's a difference between a guy that works out. His body looks better than mine.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
And
That's not all you were saying.
That's all I'm saying.
That is not all you were saying.
You can see and fake it.
That is not what he said.
Clarence. You
Like
think
what?
he's attractive wise.
No, I ain't saying about being attractive. Bro, I'm not attracted to men. No matter how you
it's my
feel.
right.
No,
I'm
I'm not saying that
So
you.
that's what we trying to
I'm not saying that you're
That's your
attracted to
way
me.
of attracted to
I
me.
mean,
So that's
Clarence,
not
you're explaining it as if you think this dude looks good, he looks good to other people, he looks good.
to other people.
And I'm saying that it
And
can
to
be
yourself.
And I'm
He
saying
looks
that
good.
that could be innocent.
But I'll be lying if I said I ain't seen guys. I'm like, Joker got his stuff together.
What does that mean?
What the fuck
The
is this
Joker
nigga?
is in the gym and consistent.
What does that mean, Clarence?
JaMar,
He look over there.
Let me say this right here. Let me say it right here. Let me say it right here.
That's basically what he said. All I just heard was, he
grow
work
up,
out, he's
Chad.
sexy.
No, I ain't saying about no
I
business.
feel that, Chad.
Let me say this right here.
That's what I heard. Is that what you heard?
Let me say this right here. JaMar is fit. He got his stuff together.
I've been married for 10 years.
Hey, my boy, dick out.
Not today.
See, exactly my point. At some point,
Trust me, that's normal for him. Trust me, we know that's normal for him. That's all he want to do. Trust me, we already know this. That's all he want to do.
I think somebody wants to suck some dick.
That's all Chad want to do. Trust me, everybody knows this about Chad.
And listen.
In that case, now he jokes with us, but behind closed doors, that's fine. We not mad at him for that. That's cool. It's no judgment.
You can say what the fuck you want to say, but I ain't never looked at no nigga and said, "Hey, you got this shit together."
Oh, okay.
Oh, he built. Not one time.
You can say what you want to say, but you
no.
You have definitely seen guys as fit. You lying if you say you seen guys as fit.
What is saying a dude is built for you? What does that say for you?
Not built for you, but
I'm asking Chad.
Yeah, but Chad lying. He never went to the gym and saw a guy fit.
6-pack like football player. He fit. What does that mean for you?
I don't mean shit.
Okay.
He gonna keep fronting. Let's move on.
Okay.
Hold on. What?
Do you see how that like stirred everything up?
Yeah, because he ain't gonna be honest anyway. Let's just move on.
It's the same concept.
No, I'm being honest.
You never seen a guy
I'm being 100% honest.
You never seen a guy more fit than you.
I've seen a guy more fit than me, but I never said, "Oh, he got his shit together."
You never seen a guy lose 100 pounds and be like, "That's inspirational."
Not one. Yeah, of course.
That's all I'm saying.
Inspirational and being fit and
say, "Oh, he got his shit together." It's totally fucking different for me.
It's different.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
It's different.
Okay.
It's fucking different.
However
for me.
you want to word play it. But at the end of the day, you notice it just like everybody else notices it. You can say what you want to.
I can about give him that, but I don't think it's. I think what
They gotta
Chad
do with attraction.
But see, for Chad, he's thinking more so on that level
Because he's trying to
You're thinking more so on. Oh, my man got his stuff together. Chad looking like you can't say
Y'all
that.
are the best.
Hey, Katrina says, "Stop it, Clarence Martin."
Help me out, Katrina. Help me out here.
Katrina,
Help me out.
Get him. Get him.
Help me. Please. Help me. Moving on.
Everybody thinks different. That's how I leave it at that. Everybody thinks different.
I'm a realist, man. I keep it real with you.
Keisha Hearn said, "You don't want a man, but she's not a man, right?" Well, she is a man.
Whoa. Oh,
Whoa.
And borrow your 6'5".
Take that hand right there and take that hand and mush across the face one time.
At the end of the day, you're a male.
At the end of the day, I am just as much a woman as anybody else.
I disagree. Let me tell you why.
And you can have your opinion.
Let me tell you
Breigh,
why.
you want to look forward there now. I jumped out there.
Let me tell you why I disagree. You are not as much a woman as everybody else. My opinion.
Okay.
Because you cannot reproduce.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's a big one.
Fair enough.
But some women can't reproduce though.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no man can.
But,
sure.
but you know,
Not one.
But no, that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
For
Repeat
sure.
what you just said. I'm not as much a woman because I can't reproduce.
Well, that's right.
So for women who can't reproduce, they're
What does that
not
make
as
them?
much of a woman.
Oh, okay.
What does that
Yeah,
make
what
them?
does that make
them?
It's not a double standard.
Yeah, hold on.
What does it make them?
Let me hit you back with this, but they have a menstrual cycle. You can't have that.
So not every woman has a menstrual cycle.
Every woman at some point
There's medical conditions.
has a menstrual
We
cycle.
need
Well, that's a medical condition.
Google that.
That's totally different.
We're playing semantics at this point.
Everyone does.
Sure.
But
That's
I mean,
totally
it is.
different.
It is.
We
It
are.
is.
We're
At the end of the day,
semantics.
okay. At the end of the day, genetically, am I a male? Yes.
Oh, right.
But
that's all I'm
But
saying.
my whole thing is if I meet you out in public and you don't know me, or if I meet anybody out in public,
Okay.
it's none of your business what I got in my pants.
I think
Nobody's
it
damn
is.
business.
If I'm trying to approach you, I think it is.
Right.
But
But
if I'm
that's-
not and you're by yourself and I'm not paying you no attention, of course.
Right.
But if I come up to you and approach you, I think it feel like it is my business.
But see, even then, I don't think it's your business unless I want it to be your business.
Why would you?
Okay,
Because if I'm not interested in you, then it doesn't matter.
But what is somebody interested in you?
This is what Katrina said.
Okay, go ahead.
At the end of the day, it's what's on your birth certificate. Do you agree?
I disagree because you can have that changed today.
Are you gonna
Oh,
have
that is very true, Katrina. That is very true. You can have
I
it
didn't know
changed
that.
today.
Are
You
you-
had it changed?
Yes.
Yeah.
On your birth
You can
certificate?
have your gender mark changed.
But
yes.
you're not born as if you're changing, though.
It doesn't matter.
And you still changing?
And this is what Keisha Hearn said. Hold
Did not
on.
know that.
I think you put
Who was
yourself,
Go
Keisha
ahead.
Hearn.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think you put yourself in a dangerous situation by lying about your true gender.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. Like,
Yeah. You gotta be
like
transparent.
if you're not upfront, not in your situation because you're upfront.
You're very transparent. Yeah.
You're
For the
transparent
ones that are not.
about the situation, but
I mean, I will tell people what is in my
But
pants
you will.
because I'm upfront. There
Right.
are people out there who choose not to disclose that, and they choose not to disclose it because they don't feel like it's anyone's business unless they're interested and they plan on being sexual with them.
Can I ask
get
you a
that.
personal
But
question?
then, you know that you can't string people along because get me wrong, everybody said they want to. You know when you know. You know my intentions when I hit you on the DM, hit you on the side, where I'm coming from. Is that not correct?
Well, most time you in the
Can we not
DMs,
agree
you looking to kind of get down.
Not every time.
Not
It
every
could be
time, but
information.
yeah.
Them two, informational, right?
Well,
strictly information.
Oh.
Information.
Hey,
It was
look,
strictly
Breigh,
informational.
we looking for a transgender. Do you want
Right.
to come on the show and
Yeah.
tell your story?
But
Blah
that's
blah
what I'm
blah.
saying.
People say
Every
all kinds.
DM is not a bad thing.
Exactly.
yeah, that's true. But
Exactly. So if you hit me up and you're like, "Hi," just because you want to ask me, like, I don't know, what kind of car I drive or whatever, I'm not gonna be like,
Whatever.
"Oh, by the way, I have a tick." You know, I'm not gonna do that.
let me ask you a question.
You know what I mean?
Right,
It-
right.
why not have the surgery?
It's very I've looked into it. It's something that I feel like it doesn't bother me. I'm comfortable in my own body the way that I am, and so I feel like if I had the surgery, it wouldn't be for me. It takes away your feeling. There's only a 20.
What do you mean? It takes away your
feeling?
It takes
feelings.
away your feeling. Like you lose a lot of feeling down there.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's just like, just for
No?
it's literally for for other people. I've heard different stories. I've heard
Okay.
different experiences. It's not worth the risk for me. You have to sign a waiver. There's a certain percentage that you won't make it. That's a major vein in your body.
Yeah, in case something goes
In
wrong.
case something wrong, and you have to sign a waiver. That
And
they're
it's
not
major
responsible.
surgery. I understand. Yeah.
And so for me, it's just not worth it for me.
Okay.
I'm comfortable enough for myself
Sure.
to know, like one day I might get boobs, yes, but at some point,
I thought
You don't have boobs
I thought
now?
you had them to
I
do.
thought you had boobs now?
Yeah.
You already thought
So
I had
what's
boobs?
so what's in it? So what's in the bra right now?
no, okay. So let me
None of
back
their
this
business.
up a
None of
little
their
bit.
business. Show them on after the show.
I have again. I'm an open book. Most people are not.
Okay.
Show me nipple and go.
I know, right?
I have a small, like a handful. I can fill up a B cup. Like this is a B cup bombshell bra.
Just being a male, period.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
okay.
Keisha
But
Hearn
there-
said this. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on.
Oh, no,
But
go.
there's also other physical characteristics that I feel like help me and that not everybody has.
You take hormone pills and all that stuff too?
I don't. And my
okay.
voice is like this. Like I don't have an Adam's apple.
You don't have an
Hold
apple.
on,
Whoa,
Hold on, there you go. There you go,
wait.
jumping out there again, Breigh. You ain't got no Adam's apple.
I don't.
Chad, touch it real quick and make sure.
No,
that
God,
ain't
dear
on
God, don't touch it.
I don't see no lump in the throat now.
There's no lump. I'm telling you, there's not one.
I don't. Do you see one? I don't see no lump.
there.
I thought every male had.
I definitely see a lump.
Boy,
Do you see a lump?
Yeah, I see a lump.
Well, maybe it's my
It
angle.
look like a heel.
Maybe it's my angle.
Let me be
No,
clear.
no, no.
Every born male has an Adam's apple. I thought.
That's what I thought.
Not all of them do. Not all of them do.
Some is more. You can see it more prevalent than
Yeah,
others.
yeah.
I mean, for
Well,
sure.
I'm just saying, there's like
And you can see mines.
not really.
Chad, are you?
Chad, I don't think you got one. I was looking at it. You ain't got
We need to
one.
start checking Clarence's.
Oh, damn. What's up, Claire? Mine out there. Bring that look at mine. Let me make mine move real quick for you.
Oh Lord. Hey, but this is what Keisha said. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Hold on. It's gotta come back.
So you don't have. Well,
It's tripping.
do you find it? You ain't got an atom. You can't really see it. You can't really see it.
it's not protruding like that.
Yeah, it's right.
Question. When
All
you
right.
get to the age, will you do like the prostate cancer check and everything because you were born a male, or
Yeah.
does it
I
matter?
would think you do that.
I'm just asking the question. I don't know.
I think everybody. So I mean, if you haven't had,
if you're a male,
Yeah.
okay. Just a question.
All right, Keisha said this. I think people should be able to dress any way they want, but lying about who you really are is wrong. And then she also said that you said you had a B cup. She said, let's see him.
Do it on the side. No offense.
OnlyFans for $10.99 a month. You
Send
can
Keisha
see
a
my
DM.
Okay. This come from Crystal. Okay. Crystal Daniels. Do you still penetrate males in your relationship? Hold on. And there's more. And if so, is that why you choose to have your surgery? Is that why you choose to have your surgery?
Or choose not to have your surgery, I guess.
No, I do not like to penetrate men.
So you like to penetrate?
So you like to be what they call it up top?
A bottom.
A bottom.
Yes.
So you're a bottom.
Yes.
So you never penetrated a male before?
I have. It's not my thing. I can't. And normally I can't because it doesn't attract.
Okay. Listen, we just.
Oh, she said, and if so, is that why you choose not to have your surgery?
No, that's not. No.
Okay.
It's just because it's too risky.
Sexually.
Yeah.
It's just you don't run a risk.
I would be doing it for the other person. I wouldn't be doing it for me. I would literally be doing it for the other person.
Now the people that actually had that surgery, I guess, turned their penis to a vagina. Do they have that same?
Do you know what that? Do you know what that consists of?
I don't know exactly what it consists. I think that they cut. It's a
Okay,
lot.
no, okay.
It's a lot. They cut and tuck.
I was gonna say, from what I hear, they cut the balls in half.
The balls?
Yeah.
In half?
And then tuck them inside of you.
Yes.
What about your penis?
I don't know. I guess they just cut that completely off. It's my guess.
No,
they don't chop your balls off.
That's what creates the. I don't know.
The slope.
It's just a lot. There's a lot going on there.
Do you know how much this surgery is?
It depends. If you get it done in the States, it can be upwards of $100,000.
$100,000.
Yeah.
For
you get
a
it done,
surgery?
Yeah. Most people go to
uninsured?
Most people go to Thailand and stuff like that because it's only like 35 or 50, I think. Don't quote me on those numbers.
Yeah. It's always cheaper overseas. That's what everybody say. We'll finish the book.
But let me tell you something. If they're cutting down
Clarence, you all right?
Yeah, y'all have your conversation. I'm over here. Just give me a drink. Oh, y'all do your thing, man. This episode's sponsored by Sarah.
So Keisha said we look so uncomfortable.
Honestly, we cool.
I'm fine. I'm completely fine with
it's just hot in the
my
building.
Sexuality for sure.
Yeah, it's hot. It's just hot in here.
This is a conversation we want to have for a long time. We talked about this at the
100%.
Yeah,
No,
we did. We definitely.
You know what I appreciate though? I've always said this. It's the guys. I appreciate people who are, like I said, when I was younger and like growing up in Reedsville and how we were, I was very homophobic.
I mean, my mindset was
very homophobic.
Yeah.
But until when I went to school and I started learning,
I'm still uncomfortable with it sometimes.
But I'm not anymore. I got out of that environment and I learned.
My sister said now insurance pay for it.
Just
I didn't know that. My younger sister Nicole.
Okay.
Yes. Now that
How much
is
percentage?
that is very
Percentage,
true. That is very true. They'll pay for all of it. But it takes years for them to approve that. You have to go through a psycho evaluation. It's kind of
you got to make sure they're
gonna drag it.
There's no coming back.
It's not reversible.
Yeah, and I think.
Please don't take mine from me.
I think that they can keep tabs on you or something. But anyways, it's different. But you were talking about homophobia for a second.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I can see that because I did. In some senses of the words, I feel sometimes that I can be a little homophobic, and let me be honest.
Okay.
Because there is it's all about the person, like, and how forward they are to you.
Yeah.
If they come on to you and you've already told them several times, like, no, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested.
And
they keep coming. That's how homophobia is developed. And so I've been in that situation before.
Okay. Like I've had guys in my DM, just like you said, you've had guys in your DMs before.
But truly, they did not like. If I told them, I was like, hey man, I appreciate it. I'm happy to marry, but I'm good.
Right.
They did not.
I had one that kept on coming.
I had one like that one time.
I said, dog.
And that's too much.
Yeah.
That's just like a man, but that's heterosexual. When a woman tell a man, I'm not interested, and you keep coming, that's unwarranted.
I guess so. Yeah,
it's
you're
the
right.
same thing. It's
I
unwarranted.
feel that, but I feel like it's still a little different. I don't know why.
I know.
To me, it just feels a little different when it's the same sex coming at you.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the way we grew up and
if a
our
female
culture
came on to me and I kept rejecting them, that's different. If a male comes in, keep on doing this is a little different.
It's a little much.
Yeah, maybe
it's
it
a little
is.
different.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
But I think I learned not to be so homophobic as I got older and matured a little bit and was able to learn more and be around. Like in college, I took a gay and lesbian seminar class. It was gay. I think I finished with an A. But I didn't start off with it because again, my journey when I first went there was different because of where I came from.
Right.
Sure.
You know, and it was really different. And then I learned to get out of that because at the end of the day, the homophobia I think comes from every gay person don't want you.
Right.
They don't want you.
Exactly.
But in our minds sometimes it's like,
if you look at me more than 2 or 3 times, I feel like you want me at that point.
well, you.
It's a look. I don't care.
I'm looking at you right now because you got that bum lip.
He got you. I don't want to say the ejaculation leak.
Okay, point for me. I got it. That's why I'm looking at you. I ain't looking at you
But
because
listen though, I feel like I don't care.
I ain't looking at you because I want to look at you got that bum lip.
Look, I'm tired of this son of a bitch already.
I don't care.
I am tired of this.
Hey, Breigh, take your finger real across the lip one time.
Breigh, don't get your ass whooped in.
Stop, Breigh. It's look.
Hey, Breigh, just take your pointer finger and rub it across the lip one time.
Give him the bum bump. Give him the bum bump.
Oh my god.
But listen, I don't care who you are. Oh my god. I feel like male or female, we all.
I'm about to cut his fucking mic off, dog. I swear I'm about to cut his mic off.
You stupid. Are you finished with this?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm done. Oh, that was funny.
Lord.
I don't care who you are. If you give that look lets you know that person interested.
Agreed.
Whatever.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
You was going to ask this.
What?
Keisha came out with it.
Keisha.
Okay.
Keisha Hearn.
Oh, sorry.
What do you think about transgender females competing in all female sports?
Ooh,
Do
that's
you
a good
think
question.
it's fair?
Ooh,
Male or female?
transgender
Yes.
in sports. Ooh,
They
that's
had
a
one at
good one.
USC like breaking jaws.
So again,
Ooh, this is a good one.
I am again
Ooh.
just it kind of goes back to like the whole bathroom thing. You know, if I feel like I'm leaning more on the edge of I should probably use the men's bathroom today, then I'll go there. But for me, I think that when it comes to sports, I do think that there should, if anything, there should be a third party or affiliation or whatever.
Ooh.
I agree. Let me tell
I
you.
don't agree with intertwining.
Because
I like
if LeBron James went to female sports, he'll average 900 points a game.
Exactly.
If it's Juwanna Man, it's a wrap. He'll be the first one to have NBA championship rings and WNBA championship rings.
Yeah, for sure.
MVP, like it's.
I don't think no transgender, from male to female transgender, should be able to compete. Now, if you want to be a transgender female to male,
You think it's okay?
I think it's okay.
So
let me
Layla
tell you why.
Ali, so Layla Ali could come down and box with me.
Yeah, because she get the fuck beat out of her. You competing up, you're not competing down.
So,
No, I
it makes
think
a
in that
difference to
I
you.
think in that sense of the thing, whether you're competing, and that's where I stand on a lot of things. Like
Okay.
whether it's up or down, I think that it should be fair.
Regardless.
So I think that if you're doing this, it's not a double sword. I don't like double.
Just have
sword.
your
I don't
own
need to.
lane.
I agree because you got to understand. Even women competing in men's sports, there's some sports if you're a lighter weight, it works better in your favor.
Right.
So if you're a woman competing in a man's sport, you actually have an advantage,
yeah.
because you're a lighter weight.
In
So
what
I just
sport?
think
In what sport?
No. There's weight classes you have to be within a weight for both.
I know. I tell you what. Racing. Cause what's your girl, Daniel Patrick?
Danica Patrick.
Danica.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the
Because
racing.
in racing, the lighter your car is, the faster your car is. Correct.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're
So
talking
that's
about
the
like
difference.
I guess
Anything physical.
yeah, physical.
But I agree. I think there should be, if you want to be a transgender, and if that's your choice, which is
Right.
that's your choice. I agree. I think there should be a separate lane for transgender in sports because it can be fair and unfair in each sport. There's advantages and disadvantages in each sport.
Correct.
And when you start crossing those boundaries, at the end of the day, whether what you feel inside or what you choose to do, that's fine. But you can't change your genetic makeup.
Right.
I mean, that's something you can say what you want. You're not changing your genetic makeup. You
I
know?
honestly think it would be fun. I've thought about it before. I've actually thought about that more so recently than none. Because, you would think about, all the different male to female, female to male, hormones, everything going on. It would actually be more, to me, I would consider it to be more challenging than,
Yeah. Did you play any sports? Did you do any sports, anything like that? Cheerleading?
Because you
anything?
6'5", like I would think he's on a basketball court.
I'm trying to throw it in. I'm trying to throw it in the painting, yo.
I played basketball in elementary school, and the only what is it, score?
Huh?
Whatever point I ever made was for the other team.
You just say what it is. You just say what it is. What is it?
I'm not into all that.
Not in sports at all? None?
Volleyball. I'm into
Okay.
volleyball. Yeah.
We're gonna leave it right there.
Woo! Cool. We got any more questions? Any other questions?
Yeah, right.
Not that I know of.
Man, well, look, this was very
We appreciate you coming
inspirational,
on.
entertaining, and very
you.
brave of you.
Look, you got to have some balls to come on here for sure. You got
And I do.
no pun
And
intended. She had to have some balls to come on here. God damn it, she do. She got balls.
Definitely.
You walked right into that one.
Definitely. No, we appreciate you. It's
For sure.
like I always say, the issue I have with the LGBTQIA ABC community, it's not an issue, but it's like those folks who are down low. If you live in your truth,
But
be
some
who you are,
of them though,
and
for the protection, they have to because they gonna risk something if they come out.
I disagree.
It's gonna be money, family,
Yeah.
anything.
You gonna sacrifice something?
well,
Yeah.
well, at the end of the day, if that's who you are, you should hide it from your
It's
family.
Yeah, that's
easily
right.
said and done.
If
that's who you are,
you chose to be.
You
But
should
it's
be.
easily said and done.
You
It's
should
like
be
if you want to
willing.
be a stripper versus
you should
going
be
to work
willing.
9 to 5. Be honest about who you are.
You should be willing to sacrifice those things.
Yeah, that's
because
what-
because let me tell you this.
Would you sacrifice your money for something you believe in?
Just for the vaccine. I will get rid of any job before I take the
Shane,
vaccine.
you get rid of the
Shane,
job.
you get rid of that job. It don't matter.
Hey, boy, you said
If
something.
they tell you to eat a candy bar, you're gonna get rid of your job.
Boy, you said something.
I don't want no Snickers. I quit.
I quit.
That's
But
different.
but
But I
but
get it.
I think in a situation like hers, you realize who your family. Your family ain't gotta be blood to be family.
I agree.
Sure.
I be
Right.
honest. A lot of your family ain't. Well, I ain't gonna say but blood don't make you family. It make you related.
Yeah, it makes you related.
I
And at that
attest to
point,
that 100%.
at that point in her situation, I think you find out who your real family is.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to sacrifice that shit if I'm living in my truth.
Yeah, you gotta live in your truth,
Okay.
man.
Right. So
And that
so
can be anything.
Everything. Anything.
live in your truth.
Live
be
in your
willing
truth,
to sacrifice anything you need to sacrifice
like,
and say fuck the rest of it.
I could rock with you all day long because of the fact that you live in your truth.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
That's
It
right.
ain't in the, but those folks who don't live in their truth is the ones. And to be honest, if you want to be honest, I think that's how a lot of diseases. I think that's how a lot of stuff gets spread because it's like unknowns. Instead of just being honest
That's
and
a
being
good-
straightforward.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I'll say this. I know we're running short on time, but you know that takes it back to Truvada. You don't know what that is? It's like the
Truvada. Oh, that's
PrEP.
like
it's a
vampire.
commercial.
It's the PrEP. It's HIV PrEP.
Oh,
And-
okay.
and they-
Yeah, I seen the commercial for that.
Oh, I thought it was
They just
vampires.
recently made it a commercial because before it was. I remember going into my doctor and it was targeted towards gay men.
Yeah,
It was
right,
targeted
right.
towards gay men.
Even
And
the commercial is targeted to a gay people.
and I'm thinking to myself the whole time, I'm like, I have not ever at that point when I was presented that, the only men that I had had any kind of sexual relationship with were straight or married,
Quote unquote.
and so my whole thing is like that's not fair. I kind of felt
Yeah.
that
Like
kind
targeted.
of like targeted, and so I think every should be.
What's the name of it again?
It's called Truvada. I think it's actually something different now, but it was
Truvada.
I never
Truvada.
heard
No, that's the same thing. 'Cause I see the commercials every night.
Truvada?
Truvada.
I've
And
never
I'm,
seen it.
no, that I do take that
Because
because
you
I
got
don't
streaming
want to.
service, man.
Hey,
Real
do you know
people.
Mac
Hey, that's from business
Vizzy?
out there in the street.
A Mac Busy, yes.
He said, "Tell Breigh Morgan and Mac said hi.
They're
Hi, boo.
hi and congratulations. They're engaged. They're a lesbian
Oh, okay.
couple.
Who was that? Morgan and Breigh?
You said they're what?
Morgan and Mackenzie. They're a lesbian couple.
Lesbian couple.
Yeah,
Got you.
love
Oh,
them.
okay.
Shout out
Love
to
them.
him.
Appreciate you watching.
Let me ask you this: Do you have protected sex?
Do I have protected
Do
sex?
you practice safe sex?
I don't trust yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust nobody.
No. What? I heard the N word. I thought the N word coming out.
I don't trust none of y'all.
No nigga. Okay, I get it. No nigga. Okay,
Why she black? It don't matter.
I know that's right. Don't say it.
We gonna leave it right there.
We live right there.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining
Thanks for
us.
having me.
Thank you for coming on.
Again, you gotta have some balls to come on here, and you do good gracious. For sure. And you do good gracious. But look, make sure y'all follow our Facebook at Boy You Said Something. It's on the bottom of your screen right
all that
now.
stuff.
Our IG is also at the bottom of your screen right now. At Boy You Said Something on Instagram. And
Shout out
make
to
sure,
Just by Prestige. Gene
and make
Barbecue.
sure you go hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on YouTube. Boy You Said Something podcast. And shout out to Gene
Q,
and
Tevin,
Q and those
Shannon.
guys.
Please
Just by
put your phone on
Prestige
Clarence.
Barbershop, 4000 Spring Garden Street. And again, make sure you go hit that
sure. Like,
subscribe
subscribe.
button
We appreciate y'all
on
rocking
all
with us, though.
of our social media pages. Fellas, did I say something?
Boy, you said something.
Yo, we out.
We out.
Boy, you said something. 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 Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, hey, you so crazy.